I have accepted my mission to go into space. No! No! Yes, we are in space. What? I didn't put an antenna on here. No, 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 no. I had one job. We're gonna go into space and rescue people. Whoop. Something very bad happens. Ooh. Back to the drawing board. Hi everybody, here's Christian from Team Warcast, and I am back with Kerbal Space Program. I am doing a grand tour of the Kerbal world, universe, and on Ironman mode. Everything that happens just happens. And I was just looking at the stars. I was looking at the map here, and I realized something shocking. I wanted to rescue 2 Kerbals from the orbit, but one of the Kerbals is like in a crazy elliptical, like this is a really crazy orbit to get him from there. So I'm thinking to postpone this guy for now and just concentrate on this guy, on Natalin, because he is, or she is, in a very doable situation. We can actually get to this guy very easily if we can get to this guy. And the other mission that we're having right now is we have to put this guy into orbit, who is like a rich asshole, probably. Let me see. VIP, yeah. In orbit around Kerbal. So I'm thinking we're going to combine both of those missions. We're going to put this guy into orbit, and he will actually, this will be actually our rescue thing. And we're doing it on an untested vehicle, but we know that the return craft of this untested vehicle is doing good. So I think we're going to be too fine. Kerbal 2 is the, oh, it's called actual orbiter. No, whatever, launch it. Oh, I didn't want to launch it. I wanted to put the right Kerbal inside. Previously, when we launched this vehicle, we suffered a huge stability failure. I'm hoping this time it goes better because we've added some additional wings. And generally, we are in a way better mood than we were previously. So Anuki is not looking very happy about the position that he finds himself in, which is very understandable. Throttling back the main engines for now, because we really rely on the boosters to get us up to speed, to get us up to height. Those are really cheap guys, and if we lose them, whatever. We're gonna conserve fuel for later on. Throttling it up now. We are reaching max fuel, dropping all those things behind us. Now we can test the flight characteristics of this new craft. So I'm gonna diverge from the route just a tiny bit, not overdoing it so far. Want to reach more of an orbital inclination here. I mean, I want to pick up some orbital speeds. Oops, this was a little jerky here, but yes, so we're doing well. We are already pretty high apoapsis, so I'm really wanting to go sideways soon. Really soon, guys. Like now. Whatever. Going fully sideways because we are already, our apoapsis is already at 70,000. That is already space. We will probably already reach space if we continue doing this. So it's important to use all this fuel that we have in this one stage to get as fast as possible, so we can conserve the fuel in our orbital stage, because we're gonna need a lot of fuel to catch up to this other craft and do the things that we want to do with it. How high is he orbiting? Or she orbiting? 83,000, that's doable. We can actually go a little bit higher now. All right. So let me see what our orbital mechanics say. 81,000 is pretty sweet. How come? So I guess he's on an elliptical orbit. All right, let's wait until we get to the apoapsis, so we can erase our periapsis. That's fine enough. Or let us orbitize, circularize the orbits. I installed one of the mods because I was thinking maybe it was causing all the crashes. I installed this resource panel mod because I wasn't using it anyway. So now I'm getting up to speed here. Hopefully the fuel that I got with me will be enough. Our tourist is having a good time. Alright, so now this is the part that a lot of people have troubles with. There's two parts that most people who play Kerbal Space Program, that most people who are new to Kerbal Space Program have troubles with. One is getting into orbit, and we are just about to finish this. Not really that difficult when you know what to do. Well, I guess both are not really difficult when you know what to do. The second part is docking. Now we're not going to actually dock, but we have to rendezvous with this guy. So I guess it's rendezvous and docking. Oops, okay. Oh, our periapsis is not really in a cool place. We are actually going to go down. So let me... Okay. Not the most beautiful orbit, but actually something that we wanted to do anyway, because the thing is now, so we want to rendezvous, we're going to meet with this craft, and of course this is of course super hard mode because we don't have any patch conics yet, but whatever. We have to make do with whatever we have, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a higher orbit. I'm going to create an apoapsis of 245 meters, 1,000 meters. So now we're going to, swing it all the way out here. And when we do this, we are going to be traveling slower than the little capsule that we're trying to catch up with, because we are orbiting further away from the planet. So we're going to be slower. That's the way it works. And when we're slower, then the capsule will actually catch up with us eventually. It will take some time. And it's of course much easier if you do patch conics, because then you get like an estimate where the other guy was going to be. But yeah, so I'm doing it. You can also go, of course, closer to the planet, and then you will be orbiting faster, and then you can catch up from behind. And it seems like a good idea because it's easier for us to catch up with them apparently than they catching up with us. But if we do that, we don't have a lot of margin in orbiting. He is at 80,000 kilometers, 80,000 meters. And atmosphere ends at 70,000. So there's just 10,000 meters of leeway there. And that won't give us actually a lot of difference of orbits that we can work with. And so it will actually probably take a lot longer if we created a smaller orbit and try to catch up with this guy. If you're a really cool guy, and I'm not a really cool guy, but if you're a really cool guy, then you can like wait for the capsule to pass directly over your launch site. And then basically you're immediately almost there. But this will work. This will do fine. This will do just fine. So yeah, now we play the waiting game. We circle around the planet a couple of times and wait. So now we can already see that this guy is catching up with us, and we want to be roughly in kind of the same location. I mean, sometimes you're lucky and you end up perfectly. Actually, I'm really lucky now. So this time, this looks already really close, right? So I'm thinking I'm going to lower my orbit a little bit, so I will, so he doesn't catch up with me as fast. because if we overshoot, then this thing gets really annoying. Oops, what? It's not under acceleration. What are you talking about? So yeah, apoapsis, and then we're gonna brake a little bit. We have half of our fuel is already gone, but we used it for really expensive things, and so this is going to be really easy now. So breaking down here a little bit, we're gonna go down to like what, 150? Making sure I'm not diving into the atmosphere. Nope. So let's continue our dance, our orbital dance. I love the smell of space in the morning. So he's catching up, but oh man, I don't know. Should we give him another one? I will regret this. I will give him another orbit, because once he overtakes you, then you have to do this thing where it's making like this very tiny orbit, and this is like kind of like a bit iffy. But whatever. Yeah, I think he will overtake us. Or maybe not. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, he will overtake us. He will overtake us right about here. But you know what? Let's see how close he is to us, because we are getting closer and closer. Let me wait for a little bit. Yeah, look at this. We're getting closer. This is actually pretty good. This is pretty sweet. So we can see us getting closer and closer in space. Now he's going to be starting going faster than I am. Oh, but we are actually still getting closer. So let me see. Now, again, this would be very much easier if we had upgraded everything. But we should see him. Oh, there he is, 9.5 kilometers away. All right, so we now are targeting him, and now the nav ball display changes completely. Now we can exactly see. So the pink point, the pink circle, is where we are going. The direction that the guy has. The lime circle shows us where we are flying to. So we flying past this guy, because we saw the orbits here. So I'm going to actually use a bit of thrust to bring the circle exactly to where this guy is. And that will often break our orbit. I mean, we have now a very dangerous orbit that will make us crash and burn. Also, we're going really fast past him. So our relative velocity is 155 meters per second. That's very, very fast. You can look really quick at our orbit now. It's actually not that bad. It could be worse. I've seen worse. All right, but we are getting closer to this guy. So now we're going to have to brake relative to them. We're going to shoot past this guy here. Oh, look at this. Oof. All right. Ooh, that was a bit overshot here, but never mind. We're gonna break down to around 0. All right. So 400 meters away. We're gonna now point in his direction and accelerate. Oops. And do another pass. And you can just continue this game over and over again until you are really close to this guy. Alright. This is close enough. We can do a spacewalk. Like this. Alright, so just making sure that our relative speed is as low as possible. Oops, a little bit. Whatever. We're gonna do it. Manage this fine. Alright, just rotating to this. We're gonna switch over to the second spacecraft. This is this. Wow, how did she got in this here? So this is Natalin, and we're gonna rename her. Is that her? I'm gonna rename her later on because it's a new Kerbal in our team. We're gonna activate the RCS thrusters, and we're gonna try to get to our just to get into this other ship now. Alexandra Bullock. Alright, and chat, I already want you to... I already want to have volunteers who wants to be named after this brave Kerbal. Alright. Boarding. And we got there! It was so easy. So I'm thinking I'm gonna actually... Okay, now we no longer need this target. We're switching over to orbit. And we are going to actually do a little swing around here. To like 250. Because I want to have some additional signs. I don't think we have the Delta V to get this guy. This is just crazy. There we go. So now we got additional, we get an EVA report with this guy. EVA report, yes. And boarding, we get a crew report. Did I did have the, alright, never mind. Crew report. What? Whatever. Crew report. Keep data. And we're also gonna actually take the temperature. We had the temperature before, but now we just transmitted it over radio, and that doesn't give you as much science as when you recover it actually from space. So this is going to be our space recovery. All right, so let's go to the apoapsis, and hopefully this little contraption that he had actually survives re-entry. We haven't actually tested if this survives re-entry, so this could very easily turn into a huge tragedy. And I don't know, man. Like I have very little experience with the re-entry in this game. Everything changed, you know. So I'm gonna bring it down to 10,000 meters. All right, that's fair enough. And we're gonna wait for re-entry. And we have interface. We just have entered the atmosphere. Now I'm actually tempted to to do this re-entry backwards. As soon as we get, I'd say as soon as we get re-entry effects, I'm gonna actually fire this booster and use the last bit of our fuel to slow us down even more. Just in case. And then we're gonna flip around and we're gonna try to brake with our wings. And I'm not doing it right now because that will change our trajectory. All right, we're getting re-entry effects. Starting this guy, we're gonna do some additional braking with this engine. As long as we have it. Ditching it, and now we are going to do the re-entry for realsies. All right, so I'm gonna set myself like a space shuttle. I'm gonna do like an S-curve. I'm gonna wait for the... Right now we're getting re-entry effects, but the wings aren't really doing that much. You can tell that that we're braking very slowly right now. And we are getting some thermal effects in the front there. So this is what cause me a bit of concerns here. Still no significant atmosphere. Now we're seeing some braking, but still not too much. G-forces are still normal. Yeah, alright, I see our wings are biting a little bit in there. Oh yeah, look at this. Already slowing down here. And we are still at 25,000. This is a really nice little spacecraft. I'm gonna turn it around in a different way. Yeah, this is good. This is really good. Anuki and Natalin are feeling good. Perfect. It's kind of hilarious that we're actually flying. I think I have to like manually bring it down. Going down, 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 down. So many. Oh, we even recovered our booster. That's nice. Omega, yes, you will be this Kerbal. Sloped terrain. I'm not too happy about this. Is it safe? It's already safe. All right, let us pitch up a little bit. Are we time accelerated? No. Ooh. Look how beautiful it looks. And this. So there's an EVA report. Let's try this. Got the EVA report. Ah, yeah. Kadoosh. Sweet. Oh, no crew reports. But we can do an EVA report. Take the data. EVA report once more. Grab again. And EVA report. No, wait a minute. No. Store experiments. There we go. And board. Crew report. Oh man, so many signs. This was good. This was sehr good. Man, look at us. 22 science. We doubled our science thing and we got so much money from this. Whew. It's looking pretty sweet. So right, let us see what else this game has in store. So we could ferry 2 tourists here. That would require a suborbital flight. We can rescue another Kerbal from orbit. But I'm not feeling too good about rescuing too many Kerbals. They're really great. It's really great to do this kind of stuff, but we already have one of those that is in a really weird orbit, and I want to focus on this one first. But we need all those monies. Let me see what we have here. We have some science. Maybe we could spend some money on science. None of these things is really interesting to me. I like the 90 things better. For example, fuel systems would be really great. We can do asparagus staging and we get a large tank to reduce our parts even more. I like landing because we get some serious landing struts, although not that very important. I mean, wings are always nice, but this would be really great because we could get ladders and also we could get the hitchhiker container, which is great for tourism. Ladders are actually serious business. Alright, so we're not going to unlock anything yet. Anyway, let's just rename Natalin. This is going to be Omega 0, right? Omega 0, yes. Oh, it is actually a pilot. Oh, but we're gonna do this. Testing is always good. So we're gonna decline this guy. Plant a flag on the moon. Well, this is something that we're gonna have to do eventually, right? So why not? So many rescue missions. I wish... You know what? Let's just do all of the rescue missions. Yeah. Let's just like do all of the rescue missions. Then you can do like multiples per flight. And we get a lot of Kerbals, so we can kill more Kerbals. I mean, we have more crew available. Alright. So we were lucky in that... oh, these are even really close together, so this will be really easy to do both at the same time. So Netherlands wreckage is the one that we focus on right now, and we're going to terminate this guy. This is just wreckage, so we don't get confused about which pod to go to. So now we can go to those guys' orbit and rescue both of them. Let's do that. Will Christian save the two Kerbals without blowing himself up? Find out on the next episode of KSP Ironman Grand Tour.